Good evening, my name is Garrett, and welcome to The Last Call. Tonight's final drink is from Doc Brown Farms. This is their salted caramel bourbon cream, coming in at a 19.5% ABV. Now, for full disclosure, Doc Brown Farms reached out, asked if I'd like a sample of their bourbon creams. I, of course, said yes, so just keeping that transparency open. So if there's something I love talking about more than whiskey, it's craft spirits. And Doc Brown Farms, based out of Georgia, is that to a T. Starting off, Doc Brown Farms is located in Georgia. They are Georgia's only seed to still distillery. It's kind of a tongue twister. But essentially that allows them to control and do what they want to do from beginning to the middle to the end of the process, which is fantastic. Now, some interesting things about Doc Brown Farms is they actually don't just use corn, like yellow dent corn or anything just common. They're using Jimmy Red corn, which this is actually from their farm, which was really cool to get too. And essentially this is an heirloom corn, one that almost kind of had a falling out after Prohibition. Pre-Prohibition, Jimmy Red corn was used quite a bit, but it kind of died off once GMOs started being a thing and kind of that production line of those kind of grains. But they are choosing to stay with their past and holding on to that Jimmy Red corn. There are no chemicals, no pesticides, nothing like that, just the earth and their corn. On top of that, 2 of the 3 founders of Doc Brown Farms are women, which in this industry is amazing to see. So big props to that as well. Now, their bourbon cream is really curious because what they're doing is using a base of their Jimmy Red corn bourbon, real natural cream and natural flavors, in this case salted caramel. Now I'll let you in on my lineup so far. Prior to this one, I did the butter pecan. It was amazing. It was phenomenal. I don't know if I set the bar too high because it was exactly butter pecan. I'm excited to see how salted caramel goes. But being that they're going through that craft process really excites me, which made me want to talk about them even more. So let's go and jump into things. And as always, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, hang around for a bit. If you're interested in the other reviews of Doc Brown Farms, they'll be linked up above and down below. I'm also going to put a link to their website down in the description area below, so you can go check them out and do some research. Because you can find their stuff around if you want to look, but you can also kind of pick it up from their website too. Beautiful cream color, look at that. All right, let's go for notes. Oh, that smells like a beautiful, creamy caramel. It's like if you go into a little candy shop. Down in our areas, we have a lot of like independent, small chocolatiers, and if you walk in there and you can really smell the caramel and the chocolate going on, and here it is beautifully light. There's no ABV, nothing harsh, no off notes. You get a silky creaminess on the nose from that cream, but the caramel drizzle going on in there. Like if I had a caramel top on my, like if I did a latte. One of my favorite coffees to get from Starbucks is the caramel macchiato. So I get a lot of caramel on it. So it gives you beautiful caramel vibes, but the creamy silkiness from that cream is what's really driving that. Let's go for a taste. Look, I don't know how you're doing this. That is gorgeous. It's silky smooth. It's velvety, and then you get this nice ribbon of caramel going on with that. So you got kind of this effect of the creaminess, little burst of caramel sweetness, and that little pinch of salt in there. That is so good. And I think I like the most so far about their bottles is they don't have that bit of ethanol alcohol bite. And I guarantee you, it's got to do with the type of bourbon they're using. It's soft. So if you're not big into that bourbon bite they can have, there's nothing here. I will definitely give Doc Brown Farms big props because it's not overly sweet. And I think people in the bourbon world tend to kind of steer away from some of these ones because they feel like, oh, I'm just going to eat dessert at that point. But here, you're getting a beautiful, rich, velvety cream, that little ribbon of caramel, and that little pinch of that salt in there. So in that case, if you're a big bourbon drinker but you want something sweet, this is going to satisfy you. And if you're not big into bourbon but you like sweeter things, this will suffice you as well. Either way, it's exactly what the bottle says. That is salted caramel to a T. It is. It's like I just took like a warm cup of milk and drizzled some caramel in there, little sea salt pinch. That is gorgeous. All right, I'm going to stop gushing over that because it's time for the market price section, because we all know market price is market price, and it's always going to vary. So pricing on this tends to be about $30 to $35. And to be honest, it's worth that every day of the week. When you're seeing, especially during the holiday time, all the different bourbon creams out there and you don't ever know what to grab, they sometimes go to $25, $30. In my opinion, I'll spend the $30 to $35 on a beautiful craft like this versus the big brands, because even they can be bitey sometimes. Doc Brown right now, my records are 2 for 2. The Jimmy Red corn they're using in here is so subtly soft, you don't even really realize there's bourbon going on. The flavors are exactly what they're supposed to be. The creaminess is there. You're enjoying every part of this bourbon cream to a T. And there's not a fault to it. Big thumbs up on the salted caramel. I'm excited for the next two. And again, if you're interested in learning more about Doc Brown Farms and some of their offerings, a link to their website will be down in the description area below. Go show them some love. So yeah, there you have it, folks. Doc Brown Farms Salted Caramel Bourbon Cream. If you have any questions about the bottle itself, let me know down in the comment section below. I will do my best to answer it. And if you have any specific spirits I should go looking for, also let me know down below. Love doing these reviews and sharing with you the experience at home. And as always, may your last drink of the night be the best one.
You know, and I really like it might not.